long as bleeping time ago, in a town called outer space, the captain made some videos and they were pretty great. And then something else happened and he went medieval on your And welcome to a Pirates Exploration, APE. And it's been a long ass flippin' time ago since we've been here. Since we have been here. What happened? I don't even know myself. I kind of just lost myself in Medieval Engineers. Because, well, Medieval Engineers is kind of the game that I originally hoped Space Engineers to be. So I'm just gonna ramble here while looking at this. To explain why I've been gone so long. But yeah, Medieval Engineers is really just the game that I was hoping Space Engineers would become. You know, in the beginning when we just had rotors and we were building a lot of mechanical things and stuff like that, and all of these weird inventions that have just disappeared completely from the Space Engineers community altogether. It's more like the Lego technique that all of us are talking about that are playing this game. I can't say all of us, but all that I've talked about is the similarities between these games and Lego technique, especially Medieval Engineers, which is why we have all gotten so stuck in that, or at least I have, and you've seen I've made a lot of stuff in that. But now I got a comment a day ago which asked if the series was dead, and it is certainly not. I've just completely forgotten about it. Which is possibly worse. But anyway, we should do something today. And what should that be? I kind of want to have a topic of the day for when we're talking, because I'm going to do stuff in the background and it's not going to be the most exciting thing to talk about. Because I want to make a ship. I want to make a small ship. And I want it to be a welder slash grinder drone, so I can just take something down and rebuild it somewhere else, kind of. What we are going to talk about today, I think, in and out throughout this video, is the little things about Space Engineers, or the little things that's not about Space Engineers. Like, what would small things that would just make Space Engineers so much better? Because I was having that thought literally 5 minutes before starting this recording, and I was having a question, really. Okay, I can't use Q&E to rotate things. That's so unusual for me now. Q&E is like my default rotating blocks buttons. Anyway, I was thinking of making a the conveyor sorter, and what you could do is make a sorting system for the ores, and it's specifically for the ores because you want to sort out the stone, because you don't want stone really, and if you need stone you can just grab it, but the only thing you need stone for is reactors, if I recall correctly. Which it doesn't matter if I do or not. But anyway, the point is that I was thinking of how to make this system, and I was wondering what kind of ores do the arc furnace accept, and what do they not, and how do I find that out? And I reached the conclusion that I would have to Google it, which isn't that much of a hassle. I mean, I Google things 200 times per day, usually how to spell words, because I'm not English. I'm not an Englishman, not an American, I'm just Swedish. So I have to Google those kind of things. This is gonna take ages. It's taking ages. I can't remember what it's called. The Don't Panic book from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Basically, something that tells you what stuff does. And having a lexicon in-game so people don't have to leave the game to find out how to play it. I think there was an issue with this when it comes to Destiny as well. They had this, you have to leave the game to find the lore to the game. And you have to essentially go out to a website that had all the lore, and everybody was puzzled as to why that info wasn't in the game. And it's the same thing here. Why isn't that info in the game? I have no clue. It definitely should be a small lexicon. It would be so easy to implement. Another one of these menus, just a menu here, the codec, and in there you get this menu, and when you click one of them, there's a short explanation to what it does, because the projector is not self-explanatory at all. I mean, the gyros and thrusters, super useful for new players. The ore detector, there's so many blocks that are just a little bit complicated. And if you're a new player or someone that hasn't seen these blocks or watched the update videos, then some of these things are going to be a massive mystery. And just having that information in-game is really useful. And the landing gears are not in one of these, I think. So yeah, a utility tab would be awesome for landing gears, beacons, pistons, rotors, merge blocks, locators, LCD panels, and stuff like that that doesn't have a tab currently, but are kind of utility blocks. There was something else I was thinking of. Something that felt like it would just improve the game massively without requiring a lot of attention to make or a lot of time to make. Something simple. And what was that? Well, if you're in a ship, seeing how much of your cargo is filled up, that's something super useful, like easy of access. Now, I mean, it's 1 or 2 clicks away. But having the information on screen would be super duper useful as well, and I don't think I'm not actually sure how easy that would be to implement. I mean, the information is obviously in the game, and putting it on the screen, maybe not that hard. I don't know. I don't know how to make games, so well, I don't think it would be massively difficult to add. This is something else, part management. This definitely goes away with time as you get more and more parts. Yeah, no, I can't think of any of these small improvements. I actually think I may have some notes somewhere of... I think I've thought about this before as well, because there's a lot of these just small things. Oh yeah, here I actually found something. Yeah, I was thinking about this. Right-click. Right-clicking things. Replace this button with right-click. If I right-click something, I want to open it. This goes for everything. If I right-click this, I want to open it. If I right-click this, I want to use that. If I right-click this, I want to open and close the door. That's how Minecraft did it, and it worked out just fine. And I think it's something that could definitely be adopted. It could be adopted into this game very easily, like all the games use the same pick locking mechanic. We can use the same mechanic for opening and closing boxes. Key bindings in general, I have no idea why F makes me jump. Is space not good enough? I mean, the space is here as well. Just I'm pressing space and jumping, but if I press F, I jump as well. Why? I don't know. Control for crouching and shift for sprinting. You use shift, but you didn't use control. I think it's because you have that as a left click. There's a lot of really weird key bindings. Don't misunderstand me here. I'm not demanding anything at all right here. I'm just throwing suggestions at things that I think could make this game easier for people, and especially new players. There's a lot of things about this game that makes it very alienating to new people. So yeah, no, this is, even though it sounds a lot like I am criticizing keying, especially with the key bindings, that's not the point at all. The point is that there could be completely off track. But anyway, there's a couple of really funny animations that you can do in the game. One of them is eating your tools. Oh, nom, 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 nom. And then recently I found out that you can actually puke out your tools. Which may sound very disgusting, but it works. That's a really big thing to puke out. Anyway, and then you have the swimming. No, that's not wrong. That's not right. There we go. There you can swim. It looks really funny. It's a really fun animation, and basically just spam the victory button. Another thing, when you open this or anything that has a text box as search, like if you go into this one, nope. If you go into this one, you get a text search. Default to that and select all of the text. Same for when you actually go into here. When you click here, just select all of the text, because usually you want to erase everything, and usually when you go into something you want to search, and if you don't want to search, you just don't type when you're in here and press, and then people just learn that you press escape to leave out of all the things, and that will be useful. Another thing is to be able to use the comma instead of the dot, because now you have to type 0.5 and the comma is closer. That's all I had to say. I actually do want one full unit though. Motor large, something else. Motor large, and when it's something else, it's usually that something else. I just don't register it anymore. Yep. It's just that something else part. Another thing that I just popped into my mind is a framework block, a scaffolding block. Not scaffolding, but a framework block or a part. Basically one of these, and it would probably even be or something like this. The metal grid. If a lighter version of the metal grid, like the steel plate, but a framework item was the first item in all of the blocks, just building things would be a little bit easier. So the other guy is Björkman. Björkman. Oh, it's so nice. I love saying Björkman. Oh, Björkman. It's so beautiful, beautiful. I don't actually know someone called Björkman. If your name is Björkman, then you should be my friend, okay? Let's see. You cannot be called Björkman because that's someone else. Jörgen? Jörgen is a pretty nice name as well. It's pretty similar. Jörgen Björkman. Oh, the best name ever. I wish I could be called Jörgen Björkman, because Jörgen is yeah, that's perfect. Jörgen is a first name and Björkman is a last name, so yeah, there we go. Everything is good now. Everything is... Oh, come here, Jörgen. You're my bestest of friend. Kill. Oh, it looks like I'm gonna chop off his head. That's my head. It's not his head, it's my head. Don't do that. Don't do that, me. Please, don't kill me. Don't kill me. Me. Why didn't I do this before starting this video? This is so much brighter. I feel like a massive tard now. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to like. And in the comment section below, tell me what are your things that you think could be a small addition to Space Engineers that will make a big impact on how it would be to play the game. Like all of these things that I've said today, the codec, little coded thing, the right clicking things, the going directly into the text box when you open things, all of these things, just minor things that could be added that would make a huge impact on the game. I already said that, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave a like if you did. If you didn't enjoy this video, then feel free to leave the dislike, though there will be severe consequences if you do. And I shall see you next time.